What's up, everybody? You're watching a brand new episode of Game Nights. This show is brought to you by Wizards of the Coast.
Now, we are going to be playing with the brand new cards from Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. It's an epic game. We have cool guests, Lexi at Girl Mage and Jonathan Young, the singer-songwriter. But before we get into it, we got to talk about our sponsors. ChannelFireball.com/command. That's the place you want to go to order your Magic product, singles, anything at all. If you like any of the cool decks that we built on this episode and you want to get those cards, channelfireball.com/command is the place to go. I got to say, my deck, pretty cool. You might want to build it. If you want to get sealed product, if you want to get a bundle or collector's booster or something like that, the marketplace on Channel Fireball really is the best place, especially for sealed product, because they have so many LGSs vying for your business that it really does push the prices down and you get really good deals.
Yeah, so you can just go to channelfireball.com/command or enter promo code command at checkout. And when you get those cards, why don't you put them into some Ultra Pro sleeves, especially if those sleeves match your commander? Ooh. Well, Ultra Pro has all of your needs covered. You can just go to shop.ultrapro.com/command and you'll see a huge variety of products, including the most recent releases. And you're going to be well on your way to making your battlefield look as amazing as possible and to protect your cards that have value to you.
You know, I'm really happy that URL exists now, because Ultra Pro, for the longest time, there wasn't a way to buy from them directly. Yeah. But shop.ultrapro.com/command, not only is it our affiliate link, but also it's a way to find the products that maybe you can't find locally. Because I don't know how many times I've heard from people, and I've done this myself. Yeah. You go into the LGS and there's some product you've seen somebody else had, or you saw it on our show and you want to get it, but they don't have it. They're sold out or whatever. Ultra Pro, buying from them directly allows you to find some of that stuff when you otherwise maybe couldn't.
Yeah, and they always have amazing sales and deals and discounts as well. There's no better value, so go to shop.ultrapro.com/command.
All right, speaking of Ultra Pro, one last thing before we get into the game. Something exciting, because we are partnered with Ultra Pro. They're responsible and have printed what is our first merchandise drop of the year. I like how we're like, oh, we better cover it so we can reveal it. It is a playmat. It's limited edition, and we're calling it Before the Storm.
This playmat features original art from the fantasy artist Fiona Xie, and it's just absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I love it. Of course, the tiger's my favorite because, a fire lightning tiger. I want one of those.
And it's also the year of the tiger. You may have recognized Fiona's art from the Year of the Ox promo and the Year of the Rat's Secret Lair, so she's very well acquainted with this world.
Now, we're doing this playmat sale just like we've done all of our past ones. You need to go to Kickstarter. There'll be a link in the show notes. You need to lock in your order because they're only going to be available for the length of the Kickstarter. When that Kickstarter ends, we look at the number of people that have bought playmats, we print that many playmats, we send them off, and then we never make this playmat ever again.
Do not miss out on your chance to buy this playmat. The links are going to be everywhere. Heck, go there right now, just lock in your order and know it's safe and sound so you don't miss out.
Yeah, if you want to show your support of Game Nights, if you want to help our channel, help us continue to make the content you enjoy, we really appreciate everybody who supports all of our merch drops. It makes a big difference.
And don't forget, stick around till the end of the episode because we give away a ton of free Ultra Pro stuff to you, our viewers.
Okay, Jimmy, I don't know about you, but I am very excited for this set. In fact, you want to go downstairs and crack some boosters?
Oh, yes, let's do that.
Okay.
You ready to play some Commander? I've got some spicy new Baldur's Gate tech.
Oh yeah, me too. In fact, I want to crack one more pack and see what I get. Where are we?
Welcome, travelers, to Baldur's Gate. Are ye in search of adventure? Have ye sword or sorcery?
We have magic cards.
Sorcery, then?
Yeah, there are sorceries. There's also enchantments, creatures, and instants like Lightning Bolt.
Dude, you just bolted the bird. How did you do that?
I don't know. I just picked up the card and I said the name. And...
Tragic slip.
This is incredible.
Surely you must take on a quest.
Jimmy, I think magic might be real here.
Yeah. We're gonna take all the quests.
Deep in the dark, uncharted belly of the Undercity, a sinister cult attempts to resurrect their ancient master.
Murder, murder, we love murder!
You're too late, mages. Behold, our reborn god!
Vhal, Lord of Murder!
Gods have indestructible, right?
Yeah. Path to exile.
Hey, at least you got a land out of it.
Jerk.
Sorry.
The humble village of Griffin Hill requires protection from a gang of roving bandits.
Are you here to raid us or help us?
We're here to help.
Okay, good. If you said raid, we were gonna have to surrender immediately.
Yeah, we're down to just one guard, Chris.
Hey.
Write a replication? Kicked?
A legendary hero seeks allies against the evil witch queen.
Your end is near, evildoer. Prepare to taste my blade.
Power word kill.
Reanimate?
With my new allies, I am unstoppable.
That was my only reanimation spell.
Oh, and I'm not in black, so...
What say you we call this a draw?
In the shadow of Citadel Gate, terrified citizens flee from a horrible monster.
That's the monster? It's kind of slow.
Yeah, okay, I got this. All right, Beast Within.
Oh, that's not any better. Wild Magic Surge?
I'm out of removal.
So we run then? I told you gotta run more interaction.
What?
The format's just so fast now.
I'll sit over the podcast, man.
You've done it. You've completed every quest. You surely are the greatest heroes in all of Baldur's Gate.
Greatest heroes in Baldur's Gate, you say? I am Elminster the Wise, Sage of Shadowdale and greatest wizard in all of Faerun. Dare you test your sorcery against mine?
Okay.
I call upon the heavens to cast Meteor Swarm!
Counterspell?
What? No! I am bested. I will never be able to master your powerful wizardry.
Well, we could just teach you how to play magic.
I, Elminster, shall cast me, Elminster, from the command zone. And I'll take myself up to, I'll draw a card.
How's it, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Game Nights. We have two guests that have never been on the show before.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Young, and you might know me from my YouTube channel where I sing and produce heavy metal fantasy-themed music. You might also know me because I was the lead music producer on Magic the Gathering's new soundtracks that just came out for Streets of New Capenna and Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
And we have a hilarious RPG streamer.
Hi everyone, my name's Lexi. You might know me from Twitter and Twitch as Girl Mage, and also I am the dungeon master for the all-black Strixhaven game called The Strix.
On this episode, we are going to be playing with the brand new cards from Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate.
This is a Dungeons & Dragons themed commander set in the world of Baldur's Gate, which is a fan favorite.
A lot of why we love D&D is because of these crazy monsters like dragons and mind flayers and these terrifying final boss creatures that the dungeon has to offer in these cards.
And there's a brand new mechanic called Choose a Background, which gives you a lot of agency over the kind of abilities you're going to have and the deck that you can build.
And the commander I'm playing today is Neera, Wild Mage.
I cast bubbleflies?
With my commander on the battlefield, the first spell I cast every turn transforms into the top non-land card in my deck. That means, with a little luck, I can change the lowliest of cantrips into huge, powerful haymakers.
And my deck is built around Tasha, the Witch Queen. My plan today is to play my opponent's decks. With Tasha on the battlefield, I get a demon every time I play someone else's spell. So I'm running plenty of ways to steal powerful cards for my own use. Plus, I've got removal and counterspells to guarantee I have more fun with my enemies' decks than they do.
So the deck I built is the commander background pairing of Vhal and Clancrafter.
They're coming! We've gotta go!
Just one more book. I know it's here somewhere.
So the background lets me sacrifice artifacts to draw cards and grow my commander. And the bigger Vhal gets, the more mana she can create, which can't be used to cast spells, but can fuel powerful activated abilities. With a full grip, a full board, and a ridiculously huge wizard, my plan is to craft the perfect victory.
The commander I'm playing is Miirym, Sentinel Worm. This deck is all about double dragons. With my commander, every time a dragon I control enters the battlefield, I get to make a copy, even if it's legendary. So I've filled this deck to the brim with powerful ETB triggers, dragon synergies, and plenty of ways to flicker my creatures and keep the copies coming.
All right, let's do this.
Chaos always wins.
Who needs dungeons when you have dragons?
Your precious deck will soon be mine!
All right, well, welcome everyone to the table, or should I say welcome to Baldur's Gate. First things first, we need to reveal the awesome Ultra Pro playmats. Woohoo! Well, it is both of your first time on the show, so everybody knows what that means. Ha! Jonathan, I dub thee Sir Jonathan the Young.
You're making a horrible mistake.
And Lexi, I dub thee Lexi the Mage.
The first and the last.
Welcome to Game Nights.
Only one may stand.
Okay, everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I will play an island, and I'll pass turn.
All right, I will draw for turn. I will play a Misty Rainforest and pass turn.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I will play mountain, tap that mountain for a soul ring. I'm feeling really good about my opening hand with the soul ring. I have a turn 1, 2, and 3 play. It's gonna be so great.
We got there.
We got there, and
Very
pass.
nice.
I will draw for turn. I'll play a Watery Grave, and I will pay 2 life, going to 38, and I will pass to you.
Paid the life, didn't cast anything. That's weird.
Are you scared, Josh?
Of the voice, yes. So if you take the damage to put the land into play untapped, my assumption is you're going to use that mana in some way. And the fact that Jonathan doesn't cast anything, it obviously makes me worried that he's going to try and stop something somebody else does. So it might affect how I play. I will draw. I will play another island, and then I'm going to play a Liqua Metal Torque.
Ooh.
This card's actually a little better in my deck than just being a mana rock, because it also can turn things into artifacts. So it has a lot of utility, probably a little bit better than it looks. And then, Jimmy, go ahead.
On your end step, I'm going to crack my Misty Rainforest, paying 1 life. Going to 39, I'm going to find a Ketria Triome. That enters the battlefield tapped. And then I will untap and I will draw my card for turn. I will then play a Volcanic Island and I'm going to cast 3 visits.
Sure.
That's gonna get me a Cinderglade. And that will enter the battlefield tapped.
It's just classic commander over here, I gotta say.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it for me. Your turn, Lexi.
Untap, draw. I'm gonna play my own Volcanic Island.
Nice.
And I will tap for a Delina Wild Mage.
Ooh, rolling dice time.
Oh yeah.
This card is awesome. At its worst, this is just gonna make a copy of something. At its best, this is gonna make a copy of a ton of things.
It's gonna be a lot of damage for whoever she decides to go at. I think that's all I'm going to do this turn.
All right, Lexi, on the end of your turn, I'm going to play a Vampiric Tutor.
Oh, so that's what
pretty
it was.
good.
That makes sense. This is scary, but an early game tutor is not terrifying because he's likely to get like a value engine piece. He's probably not going for something, game ending at this point. So he's gonna have a good start, but Lexi already has a soul ring, so maybe they'll balance each other out.
I'm gonna get this card. This goes on top of my library, and then I lose 2 life. Going to 36. I'm gonna move to my untap, draw.
Yep.
I'm going to play a swamp, and then I'll cast a soul ring.
There it is.
I'm gonna guess that's what he found.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it probably came out turn 1.
Yeah. Where's the follow-up?
The follow-up is a Thieving Skydiver with kicker for 1. And I'm gonna target your soul ring.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Wanna know what's better than 1 soul ring? 2 soul rings.
Wow.
Lexi, I'm very sorry, but you've gotten some good mileage out of that soul ring, and...
Have I?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, you got it. How dare he? First first play a soul ring of his own, that's fine. But then he steals my soul ring? Listen, if you take my stuff, you're gonna be my enemy. He made his decision.
You must be pretty sad.
Yeah.
Making friends right from the start.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really feel bad for Lexi. But generally, this is a good sign for me on the other end of the table. I've made no enemies. Those two may hate each other forever. He has 7 mana
That's
next
7
turn.
mana.
Holy crap.
Next turn, yeah, that's wild.
All right, well, any other mean things you want to do?
I don't think I can do anything else this turn.
Just asking.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I will untap and I'll draw my card. Okay, I will play a Myriad Landscape.
Sure.
And then I'm going to play Grim Monolith.
Oh.
And then I'm going to use that Grim Monolith and my remaining lands, and I'm going to cast my commander, Vhal, Candlekeep Researcher.
They're coming! We've gotta go!
Just one more book. I know it's here somewhere.
Ooh. So my commander creates what we call restricted mana. The cool interaction here with Grim Monolith is that Vhal's mana can be used to untap it, and therefore sort of allow me to filter my mana through and therefore use it to cast spells out of my hand. That's all I can do. It's not as impressive as what he did, but go ahead.
Sure, whatever you say. I will untap all my lands, and then I'm gonna go draw my card for the turn. I will play my land for the turn. It is Odawara, Soaring City. I'm going to then play Dragon Tempest.
Seems good in the Dragon deck.
Yeah.
This might be the single best card in my deck because it cares all about dragons. It gives them haste, they do damage when they enter the battlefield, and with my commander, it's gonna get doubled up. This is a really good setup card for me. It plays perfectly with my deck. And then I will pass turn to you, Lexi.
Okay, I will untap, I will draw. And then I'm going to play a Harmonic Prodigy.
Oh, sick!
So this card interacts really well with Lexi's Delina. It means she's gonna get to roll 2 dice on attack, and if any of them are over 15, she'll keep rolling. This could get bad really fast. This could be a lot of damage. Luckily, I am not one of the players that, stole her soul ring earlier.
I'm in trouble.
All right, so I'm gonna go to combat, and Josh, I'm gonna attack you with Delina. On that attack, her ability will trigger, but because of Harmonic Prodigy, it'll actually trigger twice. And both abilities will target Delina.
You get multiple Delinas?
It's gonna be great. If I roll well, I can keep going until I roll below a 15. If I can get a bunch of Delinas out on the board, this is gonna be a lot of damage.
Let's go for 15 plus.
15 plus. Oh, 7.
Okay, so that's 1 copy of Delina?
Mm-hmm. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I get to try again.
All right, and then roll again.
19.
Oh, we're going again!
Yes!
Lexi rolled a 19, which means that at minimum, she gets 3 copies of Delina. That's at least 12 damage that she's sending, probably at me.
20!
That's 20! Let's go again! 19! Oh my god! What? 4 Delinas? Okay, what are the statistical chances that she was gonna roll that well? That is extraordinary. I've never seen anything like this.
Are you sad about the soul ring yet? Okay, let's see.
12.
So 5 Delinas now?
5 Delinas.
Plus the original?
Plus the original.
5 Delinas. Wow, so that is a heck of a run there. 5 extra Delinas have been created.
I am now the golden goddess of dice.
Okay, so I guess the big question here is the new 5 Delinas, who are they attacking?
So I'm actually gonna have 3 go at you, Jonathan, and 2 at you, Jimmy.
No blocks.
No blocks!
So I take 9 damage. And I go to 27.
I will also not block. And I will take 6 and go to 33.
Yeah, I'm not gonna block the one coming at me. And I'll take 3, and I'll go to 37. That's a lot of damage on turn 3.
That's wild.
At the end of combat, those tokens disappear.
I took Lexi's soul ring, and she took a very good chunk of my life in 1 turn. I suppose I might have deserved it, though.
Okay, pass turn.
All right, untap.
Oh, this is scary. So much mana.
This
Jeez
is
Louise.
scary, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play Mental Note.
Okay.
So I will mill 2, and I will draw a card.
Yep.
I will tap your soul ring for a Dimir Signet.
Cool.
If I play Tasha, she just immediately dies.
To a million
Delina,
Delinas.
yeah.
That's actually a really good point.
As much as it pains me, I'm gonna play my commander, Tasha the Witch Queen.
boy.
So this isn't an ideal time for me to play Tasha, but I'm hoping that I might be able to draw some answers for the rest of the board and slow Lexi down by distracting her creatures. I'm going to activate her +1 ability to draw a card.
Yep.
I think there's only one instant or sorcery, and that is Jimmy's 3 Visits.
Very nice.
So I'll exile that with a page counter on it.
Yeah, 3 Visits is not good for him to cast later, right? Because he doesn't have any forests.
He has no forests.
Yeah. That's it?
I'll pass to you, Josh.
Okay, I will untap everything except my Grim Monolith. I will draw. Okay, I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna play Cloud Key, and I will name Artifact.
Big surprise.
So my artifacts cost 1 less to cast now. One of the keys to any artifact deck is getting a number of cost reducers out, because eventually your artifacts just become free to cast, which is a pretty big deal. You can do some crazy stuff. I'm hoping to do that later. And then I'm gonna go to combat, and Jonathan, I feel like I have to attack Tasha with my commander.
No blocks.
Tasha goes to 3 loyalty.
Yep.
All right, Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay, on your end step, I'm gonna cast Thrill of Possibility.
Ooh, nice.
The only land I have in my hand is a tap land, and honestly, that's gonna slow me down on my game plan, so I'm really hoping to draw into something else here, and this is the perfect way to do so. And I'll discard Kazul's Fury. I'll draw 2 cards.
Yep.
All right, I will untap and draw a card for turn. Uh-oh, no lands.
I can't help but notice he discarded an MDFC land. So he had a land in hand, and then he must not have drawn one. A little bit of greed there, and I think it's gonna come back to bite him.
I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna cast Urza's Incubator. Naming dragons.
That's similar to what I did.
Yeah, I liked your Cloud Key play so much, I decided to copy it. So I don't have a land, but I do have a piece of ramp that's gonna affect every dragon in my deck, including my commander, so I'm still feeling okay, but I'm a little nervous. I gotta start hitting my land drops, especially if I'm gonna keep up with Jonathan. Okay, and that's it for me. Pass turn to you, Lexi.
All right, I will untap and draw my card for the turn. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to then play Curate.
All right, little card selection.
Nice.
Just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna look at the top 2. Keep both of those on top, and I will draw a card.
Yep.
That is a non-creature spell, so that's gonna trigger Prowess. So my Harmonic Prodigy is now a 2/4. You know?
We rolling dice again?
We're rolling dice again. I'm gonna move to
rolling?
combat. I will swing the Lena at you this time, Jimmy. Again, she's gonna trigger twice. She will target herself, so I'll roll my first dice. 5.
1 copy.
3.
Oh! You can't get lucky all the time.
Yeah.
So only 2 Delinas?
2 Delinas. Yeah, that was not very good. I mean, either way, Tasha's going down, and that's what I like to see.
All right, and where are those extra 2 copies going?
I will send both copies at Tasha.
No blocks. The Witch Queen is dead.
I will also not block. I'll take 3 and go to 30.
At the end of combat, I'm gonna exile these 2 copies, and then I'm gonna pass turn.
She would have normally cast Neera this turn.
Yes, if, you know, I'm just looking over at the board.
So besides killing Tasha, Lexi doesn't really do a lot on her turn. It feels like she was counting on that Soul Ring, and without it, it doesn't feel like she's able to make an impactful play this turn. So it makes Jonathan even more scary because he's got so much mana over there, and really, I'm the only one that's able to balance him out right now.
Okay. I am going to play Arvinox, the Mind Flayer.
Oh, nice.
Oh gosh.
At the end of all of my turns, now that I have Arvinox out, I kind of get to draw 3 cards, so I'm really excited about this.
It might seem like it's drawing him a bunch of cards, but he can't play the lands off of it, and he can't cast instants and sorceries, so he's probably getting like 1 1/3 extra cards off of his 7-drop every single turn. It just doesn't seem that great. I'm not worried about it. But right now, you only control 1 permanent that you don't own?
Correct.
Okay.
I will move to my end step, and Arvinox will trigger.
Okay.
So we all give you the bottom card of our library?
Yes.
All right, here's mine.
Here's mine.
And here's mine.
I'll just take a look at these.
It's pretty harsh that we don't even get to look at our own
No.
cards. Like, I don't know what that is. It could be the best card in my deck.
Sneaky.
Monitor his reaction.
So still on your end step, I am going to activate Vhal and crack my Myriad Landscape. And I will search my library for 2 islands, put those into play tapped, and then I will go to my untap step. And I'll untap everything except my Grim Monolith once again. Draw my card for turn. All right, I'm gonna play a Seed of the Synod as my land for turn. I'm gonna tap it and play an Ethereum Sculptor.
Oh, for 1 blue.
So now my artifacts cost 2 less to cast.
Yikes.
Now that Josh has 2 cost reducers on the table, he could basically play so many things for free. I'm really not excited to see what happens next.
And then I'm gonna cast Thought to Cast, which because I have 4 artifacts costs 1 blue.
Very nice.
And I will draw 2 cards.
Synergy.
Then I will tap 2, and I'm gonna play my background, Clan Crafter. So the reason I chose this background is because not only does it allow me to draw cards when I sack artifacts, but it also puts a 1/1 counter onto my commander, which means that she will then tap for more and more mana the more times I do this. That can get out of hand pretty fast. And then I'm gonna pay 2, and remember it's reduced by Ethereum Sculptor and Cloud Key, and I'll play Kruk Clan Ironworks.
This might be the best card in this deck because it pairs up perfectly with his background. He can sacrifice any of his artifacts for 2 mana, use that mana to sacrifice another artifact, draw a card, and just really get that engine going.
I was playing a lot of Modern when that card was
Oh yeah, when it was unbanned?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh God, all of my worst fears are coming true. Josh is definitely the threat now.
I have kept my focus on Jonathan, but now I'm staring directly at that Kruk Clan Ironworks. Whatever Josh has to do with this is gonna be not good.
All right, then I guess I'll go to combat, and Jimmy, you're wide open, so swing you for 2 vigilance.
I will take 2 commander damage and go to 28.
Commander damage, never gonna matter probably. That's all I'm gonna do, go ahead.
All right, I will untap and pray for a land. It is not a land. Oh, okay, all right. Everything's fine. I didn't draw a land, but I have other ways to cheat mana in this deck, so I have a very powerful card that I think is gonna get me on my way. My turn is gonna be very simple. I'll cast the Elvish Piper. That's not what it sounds like.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy's obviously behind in the game, but next turn, if he finds an untapped source, he could play his commander, activate the Elvish Piper, put a dragon into play, which will create a copy of that same dragon. He could be right in it right away next turn. He's not as far behind maybe as it looks.
That's it. I'm gonna pass turn to you, Lexi.
I will untap and I'll draw my card for turn and then play Rhystic Study.
I approve.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
This is my card draw. This is where everything's gonna be right. Hopefully they all make really bad decisions and I can draw a ton of cards. I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna send Alina at you, Jimmy.
All right, we're rolling dice again?
We're rolling dice again.
Let's go.
Okay, let's roll some dice. Let's see. 5. It was a 15 for a second.
10.
Used up all the luck on the first roll. So there's 2 copies of Delina.
I'm gonna send them both at Josh.
Okay, well, for my part, I'm gonna block one of the copies.
Okay.
All right, before damage, I will tap Vhal for 2, and I will use the Clan Crafter ability, and I will sacrifice my Grim Monolith. So I will put a 1/1 counter on Vhal, making her a 3/4, and I will draw a card.
Yep.
So 1 copy gets blocked and dies, and the other one hits me for 3. I go to 34.
I have no blocks. I will take another 3 and go to 25.
I'm gonna move to the end of my combat, and those copies will disappear. And I have nothing else for my turn, so I will pass.
I will move to untap, draw. First, I'm going to play an Arcane Signet.
Are you gonna pay for Rhystic Study?
No.
Oh my god.
Look, I got nothing against taxes if they go towards something good, but I have much more fun things to do with my mana. Like, you do the same thing, right? Right? And then I'm going to play Josh's Moon Silver Key.
Oh.
Are you gonna pay for Rhystic Study?
No.
Great.
I'm going to sacrifice the Moon Silver Key. I'm going to find an island and play it as my land for turn.
Guess he doesn't want that 9/9.
I really need to make some land drops. Then I'm going to play an Archaeomancer.
Oh.
What are you targeting?
I'm going to target Vampiric Tutor.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking good, dude.
Yeah.
I think he's playing this really smart. He's looking around the table, seeing what the threats are, and so his priority here is to get a tutor back and get exactly the answer he needs. I respect the play. But you could still pay for Rhystic Study every now and then.
You're not paying the 1, right?
No.
Great.
I'm gonna move to my end step, So Arvinox triggers.
Yep, so we all get the bottom card of our library.
Hopefully it's not a crazy dragon for me.
I have more of your cards in my hand than I have my cards.
That's disgusting. And that's it for you?
Unfortunately, that is it.
Unfortunate. Incredibly unfortunate.
So one of the big things about this turn is Jonathan just does not pay for Rhystic Study at all. He doesn't even consider it, which I'd be more mad about except for what I'm about to do.
Listen carefully, my child. I, Gorian, have done what I can to protect you. This Fortress of Candlekeep will keep you safe, but it cannot help you keep your hair. For that, you will need a different kind of keep. Keeps!
What's that?
You are young, my ward, but 2 out of 3 men experience hair loss by age 35! And when such a fate befalls you, Keeps will give you a choice in how you look.
Wowee!
Of course, if you're feeling adventurous, bald might be the look you want. But if not, all it takes is a virtual doctor consultation, and Keeps will send medication right to your gates. Results are proven, and treatments start at only $10 a month. But heed this, my ward. Keeps can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so if you wait till your hair is already gone, then your cause is lost.
Oh no!
So stay vigilant, child, and save your hair!
And I did. And it worked!
If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/nights to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/nights with a K to get your first month free. Keeps.com/nights.
Hey it's me, Imoen. You need a lock cracked or a pocket picked? I'm your gal. But even a master like me shouldn't rest on her laurels. So I've been listening to Faerun's top podcast on looting and pilfering, all with my Raycon wireless earbuds. Petty theft is one thing, but venturing into the Undercity is no joke. That's why I took the initiative and got these snazzy new Raycons. Now I can stay comfy and stylish while listening to podcasts that keep me sharp. And thanks to Raycon's awareness mode, I can always hear my surroundings. Ha! Not today, skeletons! With Raycons, I get the same audio quality as other premium brands at just half the price. That's a steal, and trust me, I'd know. Plus, my earbuds never fall out, and the battery gets me through a whole day of roguish delights. That's why I'm one of the 49,000 people who have written them a 5-star review. We don't have internet though, so I just slip mine in people's pockets. And take my finder's fee in return. Hey, Raycons may come cheap, but a hot tip like this will cost you.
Check out Raycon wireless earbuds. My guess is you're gonna wanna leave them a 5-star review too. Go to buyraycon.com/nights today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/nights, nights with a K, to score 15% off. Again, buyraycon.com/nights.
Josh is about to take his turn, and his deck seems to be all about just dumping out your hand and paying no mana for artifacts, so something tells me he's about to pop off.
All right, I will untap, I will draw. I am gonna cast a Foundry Inspector.
It's so cheap.
No.
My artifacts cost 3 mana less now.
Wow.
Why does he have 3 cost reducers on his board? Anything that's less than 3 CMC is basically free now for him? That's gonna lead to a lot of chaos.
I will not pay for Rhystic Study, you can draw.
Perfect.
Then I am going to pay 0 mana for a Scrap Trawler.
Ooh, combo time.
Good.
No.
Uh-oh. This is a red flag danger card. Now he's gonna be able to get artifacts back to his hand that enter the graveyard, and because of his mana reducers, he can cast those cards for free, sacrificing them and just getting this train going. Scrap Trawler might be the scariest thing out there right now, and it's gonna enable his entire strategy.
I will not pay for Rhystic Study, you can draw.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna cast Copy Artifact, copying the Scrap Trawler.
That's bad.
Rhystic?
You can draw.
Scrap Trawler can lead to a lot of combos, especially with that Krark Clan Ironworks on the board. 1 is looking pretty rough, but having 2 is not good.
Then I'm gonna play Doubling Cube.
Oh,
okay.
Mana time.
You can draw for Rhystic Study.
So, just with KCI and Scrap Trawler, Josh can make a ton of mana. Now he has a doubling cube. Whatever infinite mana he was going to get this turn gets doubled.
How many wheels can I spin this turn?
Yeah, your deck is kind of spinning, isn't it?
So I'm all set up, but when I play that Doubling Cube, I only have a couple of cards left in my hand, and I don't really actually have any great artifacts I really want to sacrifice. So I'm not really sure where this is gonna go, but I think this is gonna work out. Then I'm going to sack my Scrap Trawler to my Krark Clan Ironworks for 2 mana. So that'll trigger both Scrap Trawlers. I will get my Moonsilver Key and my Grim Monolith back from my graveyard. Wow. I will play both of those for free because of my reducing effects. No Ristics. You're just going to draw a million cards this turn.
Try
Thank
some more
you.
cards.
Josh is just casting one spell after another, and he's not paying. This is going great.
Yeah, you people in the comments section were about to type a comment about how I wasn't paying for Ristic Study, weren't you? Yeah,
I'm going to use one of my floating mana. I'm going to activate Moonsilver Key. I'll search my library. I will find a Mana Vault, put that into my hands.
Yikes.
That'll trigger Scrap Trawler again, but I don't have a target for it. I'll play the Mana Vault for free.
Mystic Study.
Draw. Perfect. Tap Mana Vault for 3 mana, so I've got 4 floating now. Sack it to Crown Ironworks. Tap Grim Monolith for 3. Sack it to Crown Ironworks. Get the Mana Vault back because of my Scrap Trawler. So now I've got a really good setup. Any 3-drop I play will come in for free. I sack it. It always will be able to get the Grim Monolith, which will always tap for the mana, which will always be able to get the Mana Vault, which will tap for mana. So now I just need to draw 3 CMC or higher artifacts. That's all I want. Play the Mana Vault for free because of my reducing effects. Lexi, you can draw. Tap the Mana Vault for 3. I've got 14 colorless mana floating.
Jeez.
So now I'm going to use Clan Crafter, and I'm going to sacrifice the Mana Vault to that, so I can draw and put a 1/1 counter on my commander. And she becomes a 4/5.
Sure.
All right, I'll play the card I drew, which is Mage Right Stone.
Oh boy.
Mystic.
Lexi, you can draw. Then I'm going to sacrifice the Clan Ironworks to Clan Crafter.
Say that 5 times fast.
Jeez.
No.
Add a counter, draw a card.
I'm confused about where this stops. There's a lot of mana, there's a lot of sacking, there's a lot of bringing things back.
So I will get the Scrap Trawler back out of my graveyard, play it for free. Lexi, you can draw.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to sack my Scrap Trawler, trigger Scrap Trawler.
Josh continues going down the list of converted mana costs in his graveyard.
Get the Grim Monolith and the Moonsilver Key. I will cast both of those for free. Sacrifice the Moonsilver Key.
Replaying artifacts, making more and more mana.
I will get the Mana Vault back. Tap Mana Vault, sacrificing the Mana Vault.
This is getting crazy.
Vhal becomes a 7/8, 9/10, 10/11.
Is he gonna be able to combo off and win right now?
Draw a card. Draw a card.
Josh, stop!
Scrap Trawler trigger. Get Grim Monolith back. Sack to Clan Crafter.
Stop it!
Counter on Vhal. Draw a card. Get Mana Vault back.
Stop it!
Cast the Mana Vault. Lexi, you can draw. You can draw for Ristic Study. No Ristics. Lexi, you can draw.
I'm pretty scared that he's not paying for Ristic because he's got all of this mana. I think he's saving it for something big.
Sack Mana Vault. Same thing. Clan Crafter. Draw.
My only hope, ironically, is that Lexi is drawing a lot of cards and hopefully has some kind of an answer to Josh.
Cast Mana Vault. Lexi, you could draw if you feel like it.
There are only a couple of spells in my deck that can take care of whatever's happening over there, and I just drew it. So, I think I gotta use it.
Same thing with Mana Vault. I net 1 mana, I draw a card.
Okay, Josh, in response to that,
Uh-oh.
Save us.
I will play Cyclonic Rift.
Oh.
Bouncing your copy artifact.
Oh. Okay, so this is pretty bad. Because my original Scrap Trawler is in the graveyard, when this gets bounced in my hand, I will not be able to replay it as a Scrap Trawler.
Yes! Finally!
We might actually stop Josh before he gets to his end goal here.
Okay, yep, it bounces back to my hand.
Cool.
Nice.
I feel kind of relieved. I mean, if he doesn't have the Scrap Trawler anymore, then that means that he can't keep recurring things from his graveyard. I've just disrupted everything that was happening there.
Well, this is gonna be way worse than it was gonna be. Good play.
Thank you.
Okay, so my engine got turned off when we were in full flight, but I still have a lot of things I can do before I end my turn. It's not gonna be game ending, but I can cast a lot of stuff. All right, well, I've got some mana to spend, so I'm gonna tap 2 blue and tap Vhal now. Add 16 mana to my mana pool. Can't use that to cast spells on my hand. I'm gonna use 3 of that to activate Doubling Cube. So this is another card that allows me to take the restricted mana from my commander, filter it through the artifact, and on the other side, I'm able to use that mana to cast spells. It's kind of like money laundering now that I think about it. I end up with 13 mana restricted I can't use to cast spells out of my hand, 31 colorless mana, and 4 blue. I'll play Basalt Monolith for 1. I'll play Emery for 1 blue. I will pay for Ristic Study, because I realize I can pay that out of my unrestricted.
All right.
Also just realize I have a million mana I'm not gonna be able to spend it all.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Very funny. You're gonna start paying for Ristic now after you let me draw, what, 20 cards? Sure, you can have that.
I will mill off of Emery 4 cards.
Sure.
And then I'll use a blue and a colorless for Ledger Shredder. Then I'll play Soul Ring for free. I will copy artifact my Liquid Metal Torque. Then with my last blue, I'm gonna play Rhystic Study.
Nice.
Oh. I'm gonna use 1 mana, just because I've got a ton right now, to activate Mage Right Stone and untap Vhal.
Cool.
I suppose I should swing with Vhal.
Yeah.
Lexi, I'm gonna swing at you for 15 Vigilance.
I'm gonna block with Harmonic Prodigy.
Sure. I feel that the trade of 50 million cards for that 1 Harmonic Prodigy is probably fair. Yeah.
It's fair.
And then, yeah, I'm basically out of blue mana, so that is all I can do.
Somehow, Josh has not won yet, and I'm not gonna ask any questions.
Yeah, it's a weird sort of letdown turn because I was doing so much and everything was going well, but then when she bounced the scrap trawler, I just feel like the ground fell out from under me, and my board looks sweet, but we know that Jonathan's got a tutor, so it's not going to survive till my next turn. I think I'm in trouble now. Yeah, Jimmy, it's all you.
Wow, didn't think this day would ever come.
Follow that up.
Yeah, I will untap all of my stuff, and then I will draw my card for turn. Oh, no land.
Jeez.
Okay, so after all that, I don't draw another land here, so I have to make a pretty poopy play to get things going. I'm going to tap and activate my Elvish Piper, and I'm gonna put a Dragon Speaker Shaman on the battlefield.
Oh, that's bad.
Not very impressive.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but he got a 2 mana discount on his Dragon Speaker Shaman. I think, unfortunately, Jimmy's just having kind of a bad day of it.
And then, because of Urza's Incubator and the Dragon Speaker Shaman, I will tap the remainder of my 3 mana and cast Miirym, Sentinel Worm.
That's pretty good.
Jimmy is doing the honorable thing and continuing with his game plan of playing big dragons and trying not to die.
You know, I'm glad that Jimmy gets to play Magic.
Rhystic Study will trigger. You can draw.
Can I draw?
Oh yeah, you can draw too.
Yeah.
That will trigger Dragon Tempest. I will do that 1 damage to, I guess, your face, Josh.
Yeah, I deserve it.
Yeah. Even though my dragon has haste, I'm terrified, and I'm really behind, so I don't think I'm in any position to threaten or anger anyone, so I would just pass turn to you, Lexi. Look, I haven't done anything all game, and other people have done some cool, sweet stuff. It feels like if I was behind before, I am now not just in last place, I am last year. I am a decade ago. I am so far behind everyone else.
I will untap.
I mean, look at that hand.
Yeah, that hand's nice.
Yeah, there's something happening there. And draw. I'm going to play a Reliquary Tower.
Oh,
yikes.
Okay, things are starting to get messy. Of course she drew a Reliquary Tower because of all of those Rhystic Study triggers. Thanks, Josh.
Oh, I'm keeping everything. And then I will bring out my commander, Neera, Wild Mage.
I cast Fireball! I mean, Bubble Flies?
My commander's here. I mean, I could play one of the other cards in my hand. A lot of them are super high costed, and I'm excited to have Neera out on the table for the next turn when I can play some things and cascade into something beautiful with her.
Rhystic Study trigger.
Oh, I can't pay.
All right, we'll draw.
And then I'm going to pass turn.
On your end step, I am going to play Vampiric Tutor.
Oh, right, you have a tutor.
Cyclonic Rift, here we come.
Yeah.
I have nothing to pay with.
I guess we'll draw.
You will. I was really excited about this Vamp Tutor, okay? I wanted to get something fun, but no, I have to go clean up everybody else's mess. I'm gonna get this card, put it on top, lose 2 life, going to 25.
I think I might know what that card is.
Yeah.
I will move to untap, upkeep, draw. All right, you all know what it is. I'm playing Cyclonic Rift, overloaded.
Yep. Yeah, so no surprise here. Knowing he had the Vampiric Tutor, this is the most likely card he's gonna go get because any creature-based board wipe doesn't really stop what I'm doing. And yeah, it's gonna resolve. It's gonna bounce everybody's stuff except his.
I will not be paying for Rhystic Study, by the way.
All right, well, I will draw. Wasn't a counterspell. Okay.
That'd be embarrassing.
All right, non-land permanents back to hands. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, maybe this will catch me up a little bit.
I'm a little sad about not having Neera on the board, but I understand we had to disrupt whatever Josh was doing.
Then I will play Cunning Rhetoric.
Cool.
So Jonathan's deck wants to cast his opponent's cards, and this kind of helps him do it, but it gives us the choice of whether to attack him or not, and my deck's not really going to beat anybody by attacking probably, so I don't care about this card.
And just as extra punishment, I'll attack you, Josh.
Okay, no blocks. I will go to 30.
And then I will move to my end step, and Arvinox triggers again.
All right. Here you go, sir.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Done?
I am done.
All right, untap.
This is an important turn for the rest of us because we know Josh has the capability to just pop off. Even though we've set him back a lot, he's got enough mana to get going, so I just gotta sit back and just cross my fingers, hope I don't die.
All right, I'll play my land for turn, tap it to play Ethereum Sculptor. Then I will play Soul Ring for free because of Ethereum Sculptor. I'll tap the Soul Ring and play Cloud Key, reduced because of Ethereum Sculptor. I'll name Artifact. I'll play my Liquid Metal Torque again for free. I'm gonna copy Artifact to the Cloud Key. All right, all these spells are free because of the cost reduction stuff. So Basalt Monolith, Mage Right Stone, Doubling Cube.
Come on.
Yeah, Josh is recreating his board. There has to be something he's gonna do, right?
Okay, then I'll play Rhystic Study again, and then I'll replay my commander with the 1 floater.
They're coming! We've gotta go!
Just one more book. I know it's here somewhere.
Okay.
I have to play Vhal this turn because of the summoning sickness, and I want to be able to use it next turn. So, yeah, I won't be able to end the game here, but I'm feeling okay. I'd say there's a very good chance that my next turn rolls around, I have most of my permanents out, and I'll be able to end it. Okay, and then I will go to my end step, and I have 14 cards. So Clan Crafter will go back to the command zone, and I will discard a Ledger Shredder, a Tribute Mate, a bunch of stuff. It doesn't really matter. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Whew, we just dodged a bullet because I had no idea whether Josh was gonna be able to get right back to where he was last turn. But the fact that he had to rebuild everything is a good sign because it gives us another chance to get back at him, hopefully knock him down a peg, and maybe in my case, get back into the game too. All right, I will untap my lands and I will draw my card for turn.
No land?
No. Dang. I have 36 in here, so I think this is just really rotten luck. So I didn't draw a land, but I kind of drew a land, but it's the worst way to ever draw a land in the history of drawing lands. This might be the most iconic Jimmy Wong play of all time. I will, unfortunately, cast a Phantasmal Image. I'm gonna copy your Archaeomancer.
Good choice.
And that's gonna target my Kazul's Fury in my graveyard.
Well, there's a land drop.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's a land.
Yeah, this is a tough play from Jimmy. He's forced to use a Phantasmal Image and get back the MDFC that he discarded earlier to Thrill of Possibility.
Oh gosh, Jimmy, that's so sad.
You go, Jimmy. Get him. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I will not pay for Rhystic Study.
All right, I will draw.
And I'm finally gonna play a land. It's that Kazul's Fury on its backside, Kazul's Cliffs. All right, so I got my tap land. It's back in play. It's tapped. This sucks, everything sucks. And then I will tap another 2 mana and replay my Dragon Tempest. And I will not pay for Risk Study.
All right, we'll draw.
And then I will discard a Quicksilver Amulet to my graveyard and pass turn.
I will untap, I will draw. Okay, so I have all these cards in hand and not enough mana to play them, but I have a solution. All right, I'm gonna play Mana Geyser.
Oh.
Oof. Well, that's a Mana Geyser. Lexi's about to make a lot of mana.
Ooh, wow, I could have used this card. Actually, I couldn't have, I couldn't even play it.
And I did use Ancient Tomb there, so I'm gonna take 2. Going at 38.
Rhystic Study?
I will not pay.
Okay, I will draw.
Sadly.
Okay, so we gotta count up how many lands we have tapped.
Yes.
I only have 4.
I have 5.
I have 7.
16, okay.
So 16 mana in your mana pool?
16 red mana.
So Mana Geyser is pretty scary right now. This is a time in the game where that amount of mana with that amount of cards in hand could be game ending. Buckle up, everybody. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna use 7 and 2 blue for Expropriate.
Yeah.
Ah, it's the one, it's the big one, it's Expropriate! We haven't seen this card in Game Nights in a long time, but it's one of the most powerful spells in the history of Magic. She's gonna get some permanents, take some extra turns. I mean, Lexi, this is the right card to play at this moment, that's for sure.
And I will pay for a 6 study.
Where did this turn come from?
I wonder how she drew that, Josh.
All those cards.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
If Josh had just paid for the Rhystic Study, this would be a very, very different game right now. But instead, he gave Lexi everything she needed to win.
Okay, yeah, it happens. I don't have a counterspell.
What are the two choices again? It's time or
money.
Either she takes a permanent or she gets an extra turn. So presumably Lexi's gonna choose extra turn for herself. The only chance we have here is if we all vote for her to take one of our permanents. Because with all the mana she's gonna have and then multiple extra turns with so many cards in hand, it could be game ending otherwise.
Starting with you, what do you want?
Well, I mean, I want to take an extra turn.
I'll choose money.
Does she take something?
Yeah.
I'll choose money.
I know I should choose money, but I'm just gonna give you an extra turn in the hopes that you're not gonna murder me.
Well, that's bad.
Interesting.
I'm a little bit nervous that Jimmy is letting Lexi take an extra turn here.
Why do you think he did that? I think Jimmy probably did that because he's been missing land drops and this game has not been super fun for him, so he's probably just looking to end it. Never mind that we've been giving advice to people for years to not do what he just did.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my soul ring.
Yeah.
Actually, let me get yours. That's what I'm doing.
Turnabout's fair play. Yes.
This is amazing.
Thank you. And I will be taking your doubling cube.
Okay.
Oh no, she's got so much mana.
Okay, I've got my 2 extra turns, which is great, and I have all of this mana. I think I'm pretty free to do what I want right now. I'm gonna tap the volcanic island for a blue, and then use 3 of my red for the doubling cube. So now I have 10 red and 2 blue.
You started
mana.
this turn with like 6 mana.
She's kind of playing like your deck.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm gonna play Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre.
Wow.
Wow.
Ristic Steady?
I'm not gonna pay.
Okay, so you get to destroy something.
I'm going to destroy Ristic Study.
Ristic Steady down. So Old Lamog blows something up, has Annihilator 4, and on the 2 extra turns, that's gonna be pretty brutal, but she can't use it right now, so it's not the worst. Okay, you have 1 red left?
1 red.
It seemed like purposeful that you left a red.
You know, next turn is gonna be perfect, but you know what would be better? If I could just swing with them this turn. All right, I'm gonna play Expedite.
Come on.
Giving Ulamog haste.
What is it, Annihilator 4?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
And I get to draw a card.
Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
Oh crap.
Just a little gravy on top.
All right, so the haste, that means that Annihilator is gonna be a problem right now, and I think I know who it's gonna be a problem for.
I'm gonna move to combat, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna swing Ulamog at you, Josh.
Annihilator.
All right, so Annihilator 4 triggers. So I gotta sack 4 things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sack my Magerite Stone, Liquid Metal Torque, Ethereum Sculptor, and my copy of my Cloud Key. Oof, holy crap. I am gonna block, though, with Vhal, so I don't take the 10. So Vhal will die and go to the command zone.
Josh, his commander's gone. The board is basically clear. I think it's time to take some extra turns. I'm going to untap, I draw, and then I'll play Gale, Waterdeep Prodigy.
Okay.
Cool.
So this is a new card from Commander Legends Baldur's Gate, and we know that Lexi has a Mana Geyser in her graveyard, which is, I think, the thing we're most scared of her getting back. Because with the doubling cube, well, it's a lot of mana, so I hope she doesn't have any instants. Well, that card's good.
And I will use Ancient Tomb, so I'm gonna go down to 36. And then I'm gonna play Consider.
Here we go.
Gale will trigger, and I will cast Mana Geyser from my graveyard.
Yep.
That's bad.
So it's 16 still.
16, okay, great.
Yikes.
So this means that Lexi gets to make a ton of mana again, and we're only on her first extra turn.
Then Consider will resolve, and I'll keep that on top, and I'll draw it. So I have 16 red mana. I'm gonna tap these 2 and use 3 of the mana for doubling cube and go to 26 red and 4 blue. I'm gonna play Phyrexian Metamorph.
Oh.
And I'm gonna go ahead and pay 2 life, going to 34.
What are you gonna copy?
Doubling cube.
Nice. Jeez.
I'll tap the doubling cube, 48 mana.
That's like rookie number.
And she has another turn now?
I do have another
crap.
turn. So now I've got 2 doubling cubes and so much mana. I'm just gonna basically be dumping my hand out at this point. I'm gonna play Etali Primal Storm.
Yep.
Void Winnower.
Oh, Lord.
Delina.
Oh.
And Niv Mizzet, Faerun.
This is even worse than I could have imagined. Thanks to Void Winnower, we can't block. Thanks to Niv Mizzet, we're taking a ton of extra damage. And Lexi's drawing even more cards. And who knows what she's gonna play next.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, like, I am for sure dead, super dead. Jonathan and or Jimmy may survive, just depending on what else she does. So I'm just enjoying the show. This is cool.
Then I'm gonna play Brainstorm.
Okay.
So first I'll draw off Niv Mizzet's trigger. So that's 1 card. And then I will draw off the Brainstorm. And that's 4 cards I've drawn. So Niv Mizzet will do 4 damage to you, Jimmy.
Okay. I'll take it and go from 25 to 21.
And then I'll put 2 back. So I'm gonna play Jin Gitaxias and Neera Wild Mage, my commander.
I cast Fireball! I mean, Bubble Flies?
She's here, her second appearance.
Nice. Lexi is doing a masterclass job of sequencing her turn right, so she gets all the value off the spell she's casting. Josh, I think she's got you beat.
And then I'm gonna play Baral, Chief of Compliance, but it will trigger my commander. I'm gonna choose to put it on the bottom of my library.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna reveal cards from the top of my library until I hit a non-land and I cast that for free.
I feel like you know what that spell's gonna be.
I kinda know what it is. Sublime Epiphany.
Oh.
And the thing is, Jin Gitaxias is going to copy that cast.
Oh. This is a really cool showcase of what a Spellslinger deck can do, and it's fun to watch Lexi kind of sequence it out like this. Definitely a lot of fireworks.
But before I do that, I have to draw for Niv Mizzet, and I deal 1 damage to Jimmy.
I go to 20.
Okay, so I'm going to draw 2 cards, make 2 token copies of Void Winnower, and I'm gonna bounce Cunning Rhetoric and my Soul Ring.
Wow, it comes full circle.
So now Lexi is just a snowball that is really rolling downhill. Her board has just exploded. It really is all over but the crying at this point.
And for the Niv Mizzet, the 2 damage is gonna go to you, Jimmy.
Okay, I go to 18.
Okay, so I have no blue mana left, but I have 7 red. With that, I'm gonna play Dockside Extortion.
Pay up.
Oh boy.
I get 8 treasures. Yay! Okay, so I've got 5 red still left and these 8 treasures. I'll use 2 treasures and 2 red to play Archaeomancer, and I'll get Expedite out of my graveyard. Put that into my hand. I'm gonna use 1 of the red to play Expedite.
Yep,
Giving
okay.
haste to Delina.
Oh, maximum upside.
I have a Niv Mizzet Faerun trigger, and then I will draw for the Expedite. And that's 2 damage from Niv Mizzet. That will go to Jonathan.
I'm down to 23.
And I have 2 red mana still floating. I'm gonna play a Soul Ring. With 1.
Yep.
I feel like I was your villain origin story here.
You were. And I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing Ulamog at you, Josh, and Delina at Jonathan. There are 2 attack triggers. Annihilator 4 for Josh.
Yep. And I'm just gonna sacrifice my Cloud Key, my Soul Ring, my Basalt Monolith, and my Seat of the Synod.
But also, I get to roll my dice with Delina. I'm gonna choose Void Winnower as my token copy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, if she gets another 15 plus.
Oh, it's a 9.
Oh,
Just
only
one.
Just
Only
one.
Okay, who's that Void Winnower going at?
Jimmy.
Let's go to blocks. We can't block, right, because of Void Winnower?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? So I go down to 20.
I go down to 20.
And I go down to 7, which is a lucky number.
She has an expropriate turn still remaining.
Yeah.
Yes.
This feels academic. So the life totals are all very, very low, and just adding it up by looking at her board in the power and toughness, it's clear we're already dead. If anybody could have stopped this, we would have done it by now.
I think the writing's on the wall here. Game over, man.
Good game, Lexi. Good game. You got us. You got us. You got us.
And then we all finally die to a bunch of Eldrazi monsters and other big things.
And then Neera the Wild Mage calls forth the Eldrazi to defend her realm, and I win the game.
Okay, that was a pretty cool game of Magic because we saw some sparks fly.
It was really great to see Lexi, especially on that final turn, just sort of perfectly sequence everything out to get maximum value.
I could have made some different choices with my Vampiric Tutor. I could have put some nastier cards in the deck, but I still had fun.
Commander Legends was one of my favorite sets ever released, and now we get to experience that same magic, but in the world of Baldur's Gate.
I can't wait to start brewing decks with all of these new cards.
There is Initiative in the new Undercity. There are a ton more legendary creatures.
There are going to be so many new things you can play around with. It's just going to be a really fun set.
All right, congratulations to Lexi.
Wow, that was wild, like the mage suggests.
I gotta say, I thought I was gonna win. That Cyclonic Rift,
Yeah, sometimes people don't realize this, but drawing a ton of cards doesn't mean instant win. Sometimes it means, oh my gosh, how can I not have it? Still don't have it. I still don't have it.
Yeah, I can't believe it. There are some counter spells in my deck. I don't have a ton, but anyway, Lexi, really good timing and the Ristic Study. I mean, that's really what did it. That's my fault. I should have been paying the one.
Whatever. I'm jealous. I'm glad that she got to have an amazing time. By virtue of her having a good time, I had a good time.
Yeah, that's how Commander works. All right. Big thanks to our sponsors, channelfireball.com/command. That is the affiliate link you want to use when you're ordering your Magic product, singles, anything at all. Baldur's Gate has a ton of Commander cards. I mean, it's Commander Legends. It was made for our format.
Yep.
All the backgrounds and the background commanders, there are so many different combinations. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface on what's possible. If you want to get your hands on those cards, channelfireball.com/command. You'll be getting the stuff you need for your decks and also supporting our content.
Or just enter promo code command at checkout. And when those cards arrive at your doorstep and you open them up and you're ready to play with them, you're gonna need some sleeves. You're gonna need a playmat. You're gonna need product from Ultra Pro to make sure that your battlefield looks awesome and is protected. You wanna travel with your decks? Ultra Pro has got you covered. So make sure you head on over to shop.ultrapro.com/command. They've got an extensive library of products that you may not even be able to find at your local game store. And this way, customize your deck, get your collection under control, and have a blast doing so with great quality products. Shop.ultrapro.com/command. That's the affiliate link. And look, you need to protect your cards, do it through us.
Yeah, and of course, Ultra Pro also does this awesome thing where they give us a bunch of product to use on the show and then give away to you. So if you've been waiting for this giveaway, Jimmy, how do you enter to win?
All right, there are 3 ways to enter to win. The first is on Twitter. Go ahead and tweet a link to this episode of the show and make sure you include the hashtag GameNights, Nights with a K, in the tweet, and that will serve as your entry there. If you're on Facebook, navigate your way over to our Facebook page and find the post that we make about this episode of Game Nights, and just in the comments, tag a friend, tag someone else that you play Magic with, or someone that you think wants to watch the episode as well. And finally, if you're on Instagram, easiest yet, just make any post about Magic or whatever and use the hashtag GameNights. That's how we will keep track of all the people that have entered there.
Yeah, make sure though that you enter on all 3 platforms, first of all, because that's 3 chances to win, but that you do that before the 1-week deadline. So we always announce the winners exactly 1 week from the release of this episode. And of course, you can no longer enter to win once the winners have already been announced. So within that 7-day period, please get your entries in. Do it on 3 platforms, 3 chances to win.
Yeah, and this set feels really special. The art is incredible. Get your hands on some of that merchandise by entering this contest.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.